think a few leagues maybe thought, right, we'll go in there and, we are who we are. And these other sides. Also, you might be playing a lesser light, but they might have been in it 2 or 3 times because you come from a stronger league where there's more competition to win the title. If you're coming up against, say, Rosenborg, I think, we briefly touched on Rosenborg. Rosenborg are a great example. Gothenburg, that we spoke about a few weeks ago, great examples of sides who were regularly in it and became acclimatised to it, perhaps in a way that it took bigger sides who didn't automatically get, they do now obviously, but they didn't then, time to acclimatise.
Is that then because, David, some of those smaller clubs from smaller leagues knew absolutely they have to adjust, and they have to, they're going in there needing to adapt to the circumstance, the teams, whereas again this is footballing royalty, European royalty we're talking about. There's maybe that arrogance, the kind of arrogance that we had because we're so successful at home and we just play our way because that's, it's successful, it'll just eventually it'll be successful there. Just not feeling that they have to adjust or adapt.
Absolutely, and you're coming up against very alien. We spoke about it last week with Pana. Rosenborg again are a great example of this. How many players, by the way, did Rosenborg have in their team that they all had since about the age? They all came through together. They were in their youth team, then they were in their reserve, then they were in their first team, and then Rosenborg would sell them and they wouldn't work because they didn't know how to play it with this system. And then they'd buy them back. Off the top of my head, I can think of Vigard Hegem, Stali Stensas, Harold Bratback, Marcus Berg. I think another 3 or, which, by the way, is a great money scheme, isn't it? You sell these players 2 years later when they've failed, you bring them back at a quarter of the price. But they knew exactly what they were doing, and these sides were then going in and testing it in European football,